Yeah, it's hard dealing with kids. These kids can get real sassy. They think they know everything. God, and it's so funny because I vividly remember having conversations with my mom and my dad, specifically my mom, and just being like, "I know everything. You don't know anything." It's happening already. My oldest is 7, my youngest is 5, and it can be challenging, but it's also the most rewarding thing you can do. I will never have a more important title in my entire life than the title of mom. I don't care what I end up doing. This is the most important thing. And I feel so honored to be able to, have these two beautiful kids and be able to impact their lives and to direct, the kind of humans they grow out up to be. I mean, there's the nature nurture debate, whether it's more about how their nature is, or whether you nurture them to be a type of person. I think it's a little bit of both, because my kids are different. They both like different things. They both react differently to different things. I got one great eater, one terrible eater, but I think that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, kids are challenging, but here's what I would say: if you're considering having kids, do it. You will never regret having a child. There's not, and I was a person who, when I was in the hospital in labor with my first, I still wasn't sure how I was going to feel after somebody handed me a baby and they said, this is yours. It's the greatest thing in the entire world. So I'm going to encourage you, if maybe that was the root of your question. Kids are a lot of work. They're very challenging, but it's also very rewarding. And I would also encourage parents out there. I know it's hard, but we got to start teaching these kids how to act in public a little bit better. This is just my hot take. When I go out to dinner with my kids, Eric and I, these kids do not have a device. Nothing. No phone, no iPad. They don't have anything. And we go places and I look around restaurants a lot. There are all these kids on their devices. Well, what happens when your kid has to go out and interact in, I don't know, a business setting or even a social setting with other people? You don't always have this. Okay. We need to do a little bit better with that. I force my kids to sit and we talk, no devices, none of that stuff. And so I would like to see a little bit more of that happening. That's just my parenting hot take there for a second. Sorry. I got a little off track. You asked me about kids. That's all part of it.